Now this is one of those ancient vehicles, technically older than World of Tanks 1.0 HD upgrade. This vehicle is about 9 years old, and the only way of getting it back then was rigging, the Rampage mode, personal missions. So nobody plays it, you have to rig. Coordinate opponent's team and your team to focus damage and other stuff, but it has been in black market back in 2021, and now auctioned again for the same price. So technically a repeat, but this was iconic. It was a stigma of a medium tank. It got nerfed and now rebuffed back to better than the original stats, surprisingly. But technically in the environment, in the meta, it's okay. It's still somewhat weaker than Object 140 in terms of performance, but does have the occasional armor. So better than the side armor on the Object 140 and the T62A, but definitely not as strong as the 430U. As an assault medium tank, it is categorized as assault. So let's take a look. Let's do a quick recap for an ancient vehicle, but I only play like 6 battles with this thing, so don't take my word for it. But the gun is practically about the same as the 140, except less DPM, less accuracy, not as comfortable as you would like. So let's just do a quick comparison of the actual stats. But 100mm D54TS, compare this with the Object 140. And yes, less DPM. So worse accuracy, worse dispersion while moving the vehicle and traversing the turret. Same amount of ammo, same shell velocity, same gold shell. Yeah, same high explosive anti-tank round and high explosive round. But in all honesty, it's even worse than the DPM on the 430U. So 430U, classic assault medium tank, less DPM, but better dispersion, accuracy, reload time, penetration, yada yada, shell velocity. Ooh, yeah, 940 for the, I think it was AP round, or yeah, AP round on the 430U. So in comparison with the sniper-esque of the 100mm, it's not as good. So about the same as the 907, right? Actually a bit worse too. Yeah, accuracy is still worse. Dispersion is about the same for hull traverse, but worse for the turret. 5 degrees of gun depression too, so classic. 7 on the 140. But yeah, the gun, it's okay, it's workable. It's all about the armor on this vehicle. So it has V-shaped hull, and it will troll a few shots. Also, it has space armor. So technically you could side scrape at this vehicle, but it will throw off a lot of the high explosive anti-tank round thrown at this vehicle. So V-shaped hull with 3mm of space armor, 80mm sloped. It is kind of trollish, right? So just shoot the upper plate, you'll pin, only 100mm. It is a pike-shaped hull, so shoot the upper plate, don't shoot the lower plate. Lower plate is well sloped into auto bounce, so always shoot the upper plate. But you can actually side scrape, and you don't have to angle that much. So like with this angle, you can bounce a few shots, even at like freaking 70 degrees of angling. So pretty trollish, especially against gold shells. Yeah, like look at that angle. That's pretty good. Cupola is small for the commander, for the loader. So that's also good compared to the Object 140 or the T62A. Less weak spots while hull down is always perfect for Russian tanks, even though gun depression is not as good. So armor wise, it is trollish. It is like the 907. You have to aim properly into the upper plate. Otherwise, shots on the side armor will bounce, or lower plate will bounce. It is trollish. Now mobility wise, it's actually buffed compared to the original version. So they buffed it by better terrain resistance and more engine power. Surprisingly, they have nerfed it before, but they buffed it right after, like 7 years after the nerf, back in 2021 or 2022. So originally this was the earliest of tanks.gg, only recording at 9.17.1. This vehicle have been there since 9.15, but back then has only about 21 horsepower per ton ratio. Now it's 22, and better terrain resistance by like half too. Yeah, better terrain resistance. It's actually faster to rev now. Same health, same armor, same, actually better DPM too. Okay. Better DPM, same dispersion, aim time, accuracy. Yep, that better aim time, never mind. It actually got buffed, but based on the meta, based on the power creep, it's fine, right? So this happened back in 2015, Rampage mode, personal mission. So all the way down here, get the T22 medium tank from the personal missions, final missions, whatever. Dedicated article, refer to it, blah, blah, blah. And then removal of Rampage mode. Nobody plays it, begins to rigging. And then you get the vehicle for those who rig the stuff. It got nerfed. So it will undergo rebalancing. It will get nerfed for random pub matches. So for update history, back in 9.15. So where the hell is the nerf? Yep, traverse gets nerfed. Dispersion while traversing gets nerfed. Accuracy, aim time, yep, all nerf back then. So this was 9.15, which was middle of 2016. All right, and in 1.12 it got buffed. So where the hell is that? Aim time, reload time, traverse speed, it got buffed back in 1.12. And 1.12 was 2021? Yeah, 1.12. So back in 2021, it got rebuffed and then put up for auction. So T22 medium tank, close auction, not open. So you cannot see the actual price. Minimum bid is 15 million credits. And then this was 2021 as well. So readjusted, but yep, mobility wise, it's fine. It got buffed. It's still pretty nimble. And camo is okay, view range is okay, but I have a gameplay of this vehicle for you. So is it worth the minimum bid of 15 million? I mean, if you could get it for like 20 mil, that would be fine, but it has a stigma attached to it, so it has a long history, but nowadays nobody cares. Not really. But obviously equipment is rammer. I put rammer, optics, and turbocharger. Make it go even faster, more nimble. Throw off the shots by wiggling about with the V-shaped hull. All good stuff. You could put vertical stabilizer for a little bit better accuracy while moving, but I prefer optics. You have the DPM, you have the reload time to just cycle the shells if you miss, but yeah, I would suggest rammer, optics, turbocharger. As for field mods, medium tanks, assault medium tanks, less penalty or better traverse. You already have pretty decent traverse, so you could go with less penalty, which is not bad, but traverse is also fine, so this one's a toss-up for you. Dispersion or accuracy. Base accuracy 0.36, or it's okay, it's fine. You are aggressive with this thing. You are about 200 meters away from your opponents, so I would still say maybe dispersion. But let's make sure on tanks.gg. So let's just choose better traverse. Dispersion doesn't change much. Might as well put accuracy. It doesn't change that much. Dispersion factor or base accuracy, might as well put just better accuracy then. Yeah, it doesn't change much. Base accuracy it is. Camo or reverse speed. Now, if you would put turbocharger on this thing, definitely reverse. Definitely camo. You don't need that much reverse speed. Yeah, camo will jump from 15.6 to 18.6, whereas reverse speed will jump from 22 to 18. You will have a turbocharger, likely. I would suggest better camo. Optics for the optics slot bonus. Aim speed or vehicle hit points. 40 hit points compared to slightly faster aim time. This one's up to you. I would say better aim time. It doesn't really matter that much. 40 health. And finally, engine power, ramming damage, and less view range. Dispersion while traversing the gun. Oh. Now, with this thing, dispersion while traversing the turret doesn't seem to have that much effect. It's always 0.12. Yeah, it's fine. But engine power is also pretty huge. Shifting from 22.7 to 23.35. I would suggest better engine power, but this cuts 12 meters of view range, so you definitely will want optics. Otherwise, leave this blank, right? You don't need it. So I have a gameplay for you. of the T-22 medium tank, and you can see how nimble and trollish the armor is. But this will go to show you if you want to buy this vehicle or not. You know, I never mentioned how much would I rate this vehicle. In the current meta, it's still pretty good. It is nimble, it is shifty with trollish armor, but gun is not as comfortable as the 140, right? It's like a mishmash between a 430U and an Object 140. Like a cross between, so I don't know. Maybe 6.5? Still pretty trollish, you'll see, but the gun will throw off some of the shots, unfortunately, but everybody cluster fucks. Okay. Way too many. Okay, there's so many. Why don't nobody shoot at me, which is good? I don't know. Nobody shoots at me, which is good, I guess. Walk away from that one. Lucky. Ah, a little bit wonky on with that shot. A little bit better. What the hell happened? Was it that explosion? T-49? Jesus. I am very hard angle for these vehicles. The V-shaped hull will carry you. Still better DPM than this thing. Ugh. Throw off that shot. Char Future Project 4 is dead. Being proxy spotted by the AMX-30B. It has the same health as the AMX-30B. Oh. Haul down. I'm still good. Ah, angle of that shot was terrible. Not bad. AMX-30B is cycling or circling around. Cycling. Yeah. V-shape hull. He's spamming gold shell. Oh, upper plate took it. That's not good. Yeah, the side armor will eat the high explosive tank, but not the upper plate. Damn it! Upper plate took another one. Oh, go a little bit angling over here. Nah, shooting tracks won't work with high explosive anti-tank. He jammed one into a building. Let's wait for him to despawn before we push. Flank around. He won't get the drop on me. I'll get the drop on him. V-shape. Yep, surprise. I'm over here now. Still spamming gold shell into my side armor. With space armor too. And tracks. No. Artillery is pointed this way. Yeah, I knew it. You sneaky bastard. Oh, circle too much. Ah, space armor still eats the hit, which is fine. It's still okay in terms of comfortability with the gun, but it's no Object 140. It's still workable, right? It's still fine. Comfortability? Comfortableness? Yeah, sure. Oh, big ass damage. He is serpenting. And he's dead. Well, there you go, folks. The T-22 or CP, or medium tank. So, I only play like 5 battles of this thing, but that's the mastery badge. Nothing too fancy, right? Nothing. I have a good crew, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, if you get it for like 20 mil or something, that'll be fine. Maybe 17 mil. 15 mil is. I mean, if you're already going 15, you probably already have 20. But I don't know. It's not the first time this vehicle gets offered, and might not be the last, right? Might not be, but in the current meta, I don't think it's as broken as it was back then. Back then, there were no Object 430Us or super armored heavy tanks like, say, Object 277 that could be played as a medium, right? So this was the classic main battle tank-esque of a design with the armor. But nowadays, you have the 430U, you have the 277, you have vehicles that could perform, like the 𝗧-𝟮𝟮𝗶, which is practically a medium tank or main battle tank with tons of damage. So, I don't know, might be a relic of the past, but certainly, maybe 6.5 out of 10. Still, but it's still good enough, I think. It's not that bad. 6, I'll say 6. But as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.